North Korea, a country where the state is the religion. The government strictly controls the activities of missionaries and limits citizens' access to the outside world, so going about reaching an unreached people group is challenging. There are two questions that come to mind when thinking of overcoming this obstacle. How can we get in contact with people living within North Korea? And if or when we do, how would we even begin to convince a North Korean to put their faith in Jesus Christ? For the past 12 years, North Korea has been the number one country where Christians face the most pressure and violence. There isn't religious freedom in this communist country. If Christians are openly convincing or attempting to convert someone to Christianity, or even reading their Bible in public, they could be persecuted, thrown in labor camps, and sometimes executed. Thus, many people have to be secret Christians. Christians are the primary target of abuse. They worship in secret underground tunnels with other trusted Christians. The fear is instilled within North Koreans because of the harsh government. The president, Kim Jong-un, and the rest of the Kim dynasty is worshipped as gods. North Koreans thank the Kims, specifically Kim Il-sung, before eating their food. They do not pray because praying is central to Christianity, and Christians and Americans are viewed as a threat. If Jesus is Lord, then Kim Jong-un cannot be. In Pyongyang, the capital city, there is a university called Pyongyang University of Science and Technology. It is funded by evangelical Christians, and half of the teachers are North Korean and American missionaries. Most of them are volunteers who have to be approved by the government in order to work there. The professors there have to be cautious in what they do and say. One time, an American staff member was deported for trying to give a student a Bible. They use the term praying with their eyes open, since Christianity cannot explicitly be talked about. However, they are allowed to privately practice their faith amongst themselves. Although the staff have to be precise and careful with the measures they proceed with, they should continue with their outreach. Having this university as a Christian hub is a start to slowly spreading the gospel. Most importantly, professors and students are able to build relationships with the classroom. Maybe once a relationship is established and the level of trust is there, they could privately introduce the gospel to them. Also, another approach could be professors creating fill-in-the-blank grammar homework where the quotes come from the Bible. Another tactic could be assigning students to read books with hidden Christian messages, such as the Chronicles of Narnia. USB drives are what most missionaries, activists, and non-governmental organizations have used to smuggle in Christian content. Some still try and smuggle in hard copies of the Bible, but its bulky portions make it difficult to do so without being discovered. Therefore, they constantly have to change their routine with how Bibles are delivered. If a missionary were to try and sneak in a hard copy of the Bible, it would be smart to smuggle in various formats of the New Testament. It's the most popular because it's small enough to fit in the palm of a hand, making it easy to exchange over a handshake. Also, with that small of a size, missionaries can hide them strategically in locations for people to find. Again, these are passed on through trusted believers. A majority of North Koreans' communication about Christianity is through radio broadcast. Approximately 20% of the population own a radio. Christian advocate groups such as the International Christian Concern use the radio to drive God's message. Most of the content is broadcasted through South Korea and China. Every day, the Far East Broadcasting Company, South Korea's largest religious radio station, broadcasts the gospel to both North and South Korea. The goal is to undermine the power of the strict government outlaw on religion in hopes of Christianizing the Korean peninsula. Although the punishment for tuning in to these radio stations is cruel and risky, North Koreans are gradually grasping onto the Christianity.